back. We're back at the shop. So I guess we'll do a friggin' review on the old eBay 240SX. This is it. Clean quarters, you know, got a little bit of paint chipping off and stuff, typical on these white cars especially. Automatic car, got 150K on it. The guy I bought it from owned it for 22 years. He drove it for a few, and then he let his daughter, who is now 41, drive it to college. So that was quite a while ago. It's been sitting for the last 12 years at Ramblin' parked. Just literally sat in dude's yard. Clean car, interior's all there, interior's all complete. Radio works. All right, so this is gonna be the first start, eBay 240. Hooked up a external fuel tank there. Let's see what happens. Oh, I unplugged the distributor. That might help. Hold on. And we're back. Distributor's plugged in now. Check that out. Sitting for 12 years. First start, just put a regular old fuel tank over here, pump. Got a little timer chain rattle, but this thing sounds nice. I'm finished. This car was pretty impressive how greasy it was, but it came out pretty nice. Everything's looking pretty spiffy. Did the holders, frame, diff, everything's clean under here too. Zinc coating still on all the bolts. Still didn't find any rust. Good car. Welcome back. We're working on the S13 today. Today we're going to tackle all the surface rust inside the car. That's the jam, the spare tire well. I'm going to wind up doing the sunroof. We got a little bit down here. I mean, I've showed you all this already, but you know, this is what we're working with. I kind of got it down the other day, but it's starting to surface again already. So need to get to it before I have to keep chasing my tail on it. Tools we're using. We got a drill, a couple wire wheels, wire cup. These things are great. Clean and strip discs. I love these. Got a fresh one. Should do pretty good. 80 grit sandpaper. Got a whole box of it. Last but not least, a pair of safety glasses and a wire wheel on a grinder. Let's get to it. Alright, so right now I got some dry ice on the sound deadening back here. We're just going to remove the sound deadening under the rear seats because we found that little bit of surface rust. Some here, right there, right there. Everything else, all this stuff back here is clean. I got that all surface prepped, wire wheel down, core 15, all that. Everything up here is nice and clean, so we won't take any of the sound deadening out over here. Just a little bit of surface here on the spot wells. That'll be easy to clean up. Most of it is just like dirt. But working on this right now. Just trying to loosen it up, gently tapping it. You can hear it like breaking the bond. It's nice when you can get it all up in one sheet. Most cars just comes up in little chunks, but if you're patient with it, leave the dry ice on there, just let it get cold, and just tap it, and it'll come up nice. And leave very little residue on the chassis itself. Like all down here, you can see all this residue because I use the chisel with no dry ice. You don't want to hit this too hard though, because the metal's super soft, and like after you get the, after it comes up, you'll see like divots everywhere if you hit too hard. But yeah, I'll finish this up and then turn the camera back on. All right, a couple minutes went by. I got some of it off, but see, this is why it's hard to see. Dang. This is why it's so important that if you find a little bit of surface rust around the sound deadening, you need to pull the sound deadening up because there's more hiding. We'll report back. I figured this was just something to think about if you're ever going to buy a 240. You know, like this car, see, it's barely a little bit of surface rust, just like little surface rust in small spots, you know. But this would be the type of car that somebody would be like, no rust. Well, cars like this, you know, when people claim no rust, it's only because they've never gone deep enough just to find it. Because all this, see all this surface right here? It was all underneath the sound deadening from, you guessed it, Hatchligan. So like if this stuff is intended to, then in a couple years you're gonna have rusty floors. You're gonna never know it because when you bought the car, dude said rust free 240 SX for sale. And then after that, I guess I'll probably, no, this, I'll probably have to wait for this to like dry in the morning. So I'll start working on the jam up here. I'll jam this out. All right, it's recording, I think. Yeah, we're recording. Hey, all right, so damage report, check it out. I got all the sound deadening that I wanted up, just not the rear seats. Here it is here, haven't cleaned it up yet. But it's looking good, no real damage. Like this is legit just surface rust. A little bit there as expected, not even as much there as I expected. And then a little spot there. I expected some to be over here in this corner, but nah. Then like I said, I looked at this is all looking good. Everything is looking clean. I'm gonna vacuum this all out, get some acetone in here, get the residue off, and then I'm gonna wire wheel all the rust down, or actually use the roll lock. I'm gonna use the roll lock, all the rust down, so that maybe tomorrow to put the interior back in, because as soon as I finish this, I'm gonna move up here. I already started cleaning it up. All right, look what I did. I let my OCD get the best of me. Back down to bare metal. Everything's like super clean now. Everything's bare metal. That was surface rust on it. I've waxed and grease remover the entire inside of the car, sprayed it out multiple times, cleaned up every little spot, and we are ready to start laying some protective coating. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to put some interior back in the car too. That'll be cool, and that'll wrap up the outside, the sides, or the inside, and then outside I just got jam it out, you know. Oh, hey Nick, how's that refresh going? You know, it's going good. Yeah, real good. constant right here. People will put vice grips. Not the best condition. This is not ideal. And these pins here are also seized up, so we're gonna have to free those up too. Oh, it's starting to free up. But yeah, we'll have to get these pins out, grease up these slides, because these are like a main component of the brakes. These pads, no good. We'll throw those away. Check it out, it's just a quick refresh, turns everything but a paint job. So this car, honestly, it's really nice now. Man, factory quarter car, OE spec, all stock everything, ice cold AC, low mile KA, doesn't smoke, doesn't leak, every gasket, seal, hose, everything replaced. This is a solid unit. I mean, every single light inside of it works. Door chimes, horns, cruise control, power seats. I mean, even the light inside the coin tray or cigarette tray, whatever you want to call it. Wingless, wiperless, rust-free hatch. Repainted inside and out of the hatch, repainted jams, cleaned up all the rust inside, removed all the interior, completely refreshed this car, man. Like, repainted the whole spare tire well, repainted under the rear seats. All I gotta do is put some new struts back here. I put some used ones on it that I thought were good and they're not. Let's pop the hood. Like I said, ice cold AC, brand new tires, brand new brakes. Brand new bushings up front, sway bars, tension rods, steering rack, sway bar or rear subframe, bushing inserts in the back, all energy suspension stuff, bone stock. I mean, all stock. EGR delete and air injection system delete, and that's basically it. Stock air box. It's got heat still, obviously. Cruise control, like I mentioned. This battery's not going with the car. It is going to get a brand new battery though. Dumb clean though, man. Original paint in the bay. New radiator, water pump, belts. Like, everything is refreshed in here. I rebuilt the fuel sending unit, new fuel tank, fuel filters, fuel lines. Every corner I went to in this car, like a new steering rack, every corner I went to the car, it was just more and more and more and more. Everything wanted to break. Car's been sitting for 12 years though, so that's what happens when you try to put these things on the road, get them in daily driver spec condition. But here, I'll get in the driver's seat, start this bad Larry up. Shop looks like a mess in the background, excuse it. I'm working on cleaning that right now. Yeah. Climb inside real quick. Alright. Oh yeah. Looking good. Got this old school Pioneer radio, Clarion deck, OEM shift boot. Let me put this back in here. Had a drink in there. That works. Look, check it out. The light comes on in there. Pretty nice car. Still got the back seats. Just look cooler flip down in. I got my spare tool kit. So I was going for a cruise, breaking this sucker in. But yeah, let's lights work too on the dash. That's how you get it extra cold, that recirc. I don't think I can get the no, you can't turn the button on when you're sitting still. But yeah, look, watch this. Pop, 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 up and down headlights. Pop, up and headlights. too, so check it. Watch.
Pop up and down headlights. Pop up and down headlights.
High beam. It'll flash your high beams and then put them back down. Oh yeah, it's getting cold in here now. Where's my
Thermometer at?
back here? I can't reach it. All right. It's going down steady. We just turned this thing on. It'll normally get down to like mid 30s, low 30s. See, it's climbing quick. It's getting cold. Give it another minute and we'll check back at it. Yeah, this is the S13. It's sick.